わたいなた。ひなた。
お前さんの何か私は
似たら
欲しいのは
このひと夏の物語聞きたくない？海の音が待ちきれない。
見切った。はっへっはっすいややや耐えてみせる。ややはっだやはっ終わりだ。
近くに注意を。
待たせたなヨネバ。さあ受けて立つ。へっへっ
水撃がします。時間の無駄です。
へっはっはっ耐えてみて。お前さん何かを私は応募
似たらヒュ
欲しいのは
一元なん海の音が待ちきれない。 トナツの物語聞きたくない？
Okay, back to the main story. Just quickly did my dailies, and now it's time to do... I assume this is the final portion of the main story quest. Oh, cool! They take us right to where we need to be. Because like before, we started over here and then like had to go through all this to get to here. Now there's like, yeah, we understand that you're actually at the location. We're gonna just put you there directly.
Tsuchi, sample 解析完了。ターゲットの成分はあのかけら、ここが出所みたいだね。オブスキュラと爆薬。この少し調べてみたのだけれど、この部屋にあるじゃあやっぱりそういうことにな。向こうにもう一つ扉があるけれど、あ、よし、外に出てみよう。
But that doesn't really make sense, though, because they're saying, hey, we're moving a bunch of bombs here, so we're gonna, like, blow up something. But this is they're producing Obscura here, which I think they're trying to do under the books to make some money. Like, are they gonna blow up the factory to hide their traces? But then, like, why? Like, there were no signs that there was anything here. Is it because they don't think they can hide it from the investigation squad, so they're like, fuck it, we've produced enough, let's just bomb the place and move on? Or are the bombs for something else? So it is kind of interesting that supposedly we saw traces of boxes that presumably contain the bombs just outside this door, or just outside the elevator. So presumably they were going to move them here. So are they trying to bomb this place?
早く扉を開けて工場の中を調べに行こう。パスワード付きの扉がこんなに。どんな秘密が。
Wait, what? We entered in the elevator password. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, like, we entered in the password, which should have been the same as the elevator one. Okay. Okay. Third and fourth digit. Got it.
Oh.
パスワードの手がかりは揃ったし、ちょっと
Oh. Okay, I was wondering if they're gonna actually force us to do this ourselves. But no, they were just like, they literally told us. I thought they were gonna like say the rules for us and then be like, okay, here are the new rules, and then, you know, give it a shot.
見て、この辺りの排水溝、オブスキュラだらけ。後でお買い物に行くのだわ。一転しとなると、かけらはこっから外に流れたっぽいね。でも、こんなにめちゃくちゃなのは。
Oh, that was cool. That was cool way to end. Mid-flip. Pretty cool looking.
「剣術なら誰にも負けないのだわ」。急ぎましょう。今日は家庭教師が来るのだわ。交代交代。うん。じゃあ発電機を起動しに行くね。プロ棋士のお二人は加熱定着装置の方をお願い。
最近までオブスキュラを作ってたにしちゃエーテリアスが多くないか。
しっぺ返し。アリス、ユズハを頼って。空き家になるとすぐクモの巣だらけになるのと一緒だね。電源が入ったのだわ。
ああ。うん。 リン、権限の方を試してみないか。
カマチーがうずうずしてる。もう通れるようになっちゃったの？よし、この電源はこれでオッケ
ああ。
通れるようになったな。行こうぜ。
ー。ねえねえ、オブスキュラって棺桶に似てない？サプライズ！アタックチャンス！そうかしら。ここもほら、でっかい霊安室みたいっていうか。でも加熱定着装置を使わないと、やっとエレベーターが使えるね。じゃああなたたちが乗って後で上の階で合流ね。
That's so weird. Why are they destroying this location? Like, are they? Is it just purely hiding the fact that they were making it obscure? But then why destroy it at this point? When it's up until this point, it's been completely secure and safe. And if they hadn't like drawn attention to it by coming here all the time, then we wouldn't have even noticed it.
リン、ユズハたちと合流しに行こうか。
オーライ任せて。怪物だよ。オッケー任せて。
俺らで相手するんで、リンちゃんたちは隠れててくださいっす。
そうだ、さっきはあそこで何話してたの？また探索できるようになったのだわ。さあ、向こうの建物に行ってみよう。
Okay, so basically when I come here to explore, when it's not part of the main story, there's definitely going to be a chest there.
地面に争った痕跡がたくさんあるの。
あの大きなゲートまで続いている。その向こうはもう別の建物みたいだけれど。
私もそう思う。
俺に任しダメだ。ビクトも
マナトでダメならもう開かないね。 どうする？カマチーに隙間から入ってもらう？皆さん、中に入るなら別の。本当？上をご覧になって。左側の天井付近にゆずはダクトが。ああ、なんでもないよ。
ネズミ？
違うでしょマナト。うちのネズミは今どうでもいいの。とにかくゆずははアリスに賛成。あのダクトはきっと使える。
ならいい。
Oh, I see. I see. This is for the main story. Oh, I see. It's do you want to continue or not? Got it. There's a do you want to continue?
ダクトの中って。
Do you want to continue and stay in the hollow? Do you want to take a pause while staying in the hollow, or do you want to take a pause and get out of the hollow?
ボス、大丈夫っす。
あら？地面に何か。今聞こえたの何？
どうしたゆずは？急に黙っちまって。
別に。この辺、宮妻の濃度が上がってる気がする。向こうに光が見えるのだわ。左にお部屋があるはず。
Oh, this is where the Exaltus were. So this is where they popped out. That looks like the big fucking ball that they took out Yishuan's sister from. Or this looks like the area where they were doing all their meetings.
この先に通気口があるよ。
Okay, so this might be why they destroyed it then. Or they're looking to destroy this place, because it probably has records of them working with the Exaltus. That is an actually valid reason. So it's not just trying to destroy not trying to destroy that they're... No, I mean, they do want to destroy the Obscura factory too, to eliminate all evidence there, but the fact that the Exaltus were working from within the Hollow at a location right next to where they were producing Obscura heavily implicates them.
何やらたくさんあるね。
Jesus Christ, 7 or 8 years they've been working together. Holy shit! How are they not caught? So is that insignia there, the Porcelain Luminex? That has to be the Porcelain Luminex. Or Porcelain Lumix's insignia, not the Exaltus, because that would be obviously very incriminating.
みんなの様子を見に行ってみよう。
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, human experiments, right? Human experiments. And they've been doing them for 7 years. When did Alice lose her father? You know? So if Alice... It depends, right? Like, we saw her as a young girl. I would kind of guess she's probably like 5 or 6 at that point. Maybe? So if she's like 16 now, then obviously it would have had to have been before that. Although, actually, no, they said the Porcelain Lumix was doing human experiments first, then collaborated with the Exaltus 7 or 8 years ago. So it could be that her father came across them doing some illegal deal, and that's why he was murdered. And maybe this test subject was him, although he was killed later that day, so maybe it wasn't him personally? Oh, okay, well, never mind. Obviously, it couldn't have been the father then. Interesting. So the child was... Oh, it's Yuzuha. The child was lost. It was Yuzuha. That's why someone helped her escape, and that's why the child was lost. Is because Yuzuha was kicked out of the lab, floated down the river, and was picked up by her adoptive father/grandfather. Yuzuha was the child who was experimented on. Interesting.
他の場所も見てみよう。
Is Mavorak or Mevorak? Is that the one we fought? Mevorak, yeah, Mevorak. Okay, so this must have been the one we fought. Okay, so I was thinking that it was maybe the maybe it was the Supreme Leader. Because I was thinking that maybe what happened with the Supreme Leader is that they like melded themselves with the Hollow Zero and created little like ether clone copies. Because like we beat Mevorak, right? We beat Mevorak as part of the main story of the previous chapter, but then they just appeared again perfectly fine, right? So that's why I was thinking that maybe they were like artificial creations, maybe by the Supreme Leader, and it's just like because they seemed way too powerful, right? So I was thinking, oh, maybe that's what's happened. So hard to say. It could be that it could be like more like Palpatine, where it's like, oh, actually no, he just has multiple clone bodies, and he's able to like take his consciousness into a new body and come back like that. Although it was kind of weird because like we beat him there, but then he popped out of the portal with the corrupted Yishuan sister. So obviously he had to have been doing something. Well, so like, there had to be multiple clones active. The one we fought, and then the one that was in Hollow Zero extracting Yishuan's sister. Wait, what? Would not mold unwilling subjects? Isn't that the whole point of Vivian? Weren't they performing experiments on unwilling subject? Vivian was the one who pointed them out, and then they performed a subject on these clearly unwilling subjects? This is interesting. Maybe they realized that doing something on unwilling subjects increases the likelihood of failure, which would make sense, right? Because if you're a willing subject, you would be accepting of the ether corruption and could like bend it to your will. But if you're just so against what you're doing, you'll be so full of fear, anger, and rage that it's far more likely to react with the ether and go out of control. Because it could be like the ether is somehow in tune with your mind, like you're supposed to like synergize with it, or it's influenced by your thought process. And so yeah, unwilling subjects will just make it react negatively and cause you to go crazy. Whereas if you're accepting of it and particularly resilient, you might be able to like evolve with it. And that could be their goal, which is the evolution of humanity through ethereal corruption.
ポーセルメックスと三将会裏で結託してたなんて、思ったより面倒なことになってる。宮妻、アリス。
Huh. I am surprised. Wait, where is she?
みんな気ぃつけろ。
あなたは自分とポンプの身を守って。
警告、未知の対象が急速に接近中。行き先はペット。
の対象？何それ？ねえフェリー聞こえてる？どうしたの？なんか急にフォローの外との通信が切れちゃったの。あの怪物回復してる。ミズマからエネルギーを吸収してるみたい。お気の毒様。
自分が減っても回復されるんじゃこっちが持たねえ。
また回復し始めたのだわ。みんな聞いて、脱出方法思いついたよ。廊下の向こうにある裂け目の話覚えてる？せーので行くよ。
Yeah, like I assume this is Yishuan's sister because one, it looks kind of like her. It has the long white hair, which I assume is her. It has all those little like tags on it, which are classic basically just classic Chinese talismans. So I guess the big question is, did they kill it? Is that?
泣き癖だ。
フェロクス。
Oh, well, that's not good. It's not good for a few reasons. One, they were pointing guns at them, which is like, oh shit. Two, they were right outside the bad place. But it could be that he's the good guy, right? It could be it's the other dude, the blue-haired guy. That's the bad guy. And because they were investigating the area and then we pop out, they could have assumed that we were colluding with the bad guy, and that's why we were knocked out.
意識は戻ったみたいだね。ええ、ここは空気中のエーテル濃度があまり高くないけれど、あなたの頭にある単コブが破れでもしたら侵食される危険が出てくるのだわ。
So yeah, it could be that they were knocked out because it was like, oh, we assume that you're collaborating with the bad guys and they are the good guys, and they heard some, and they were trying to investigate.
方角的にはオブスキュそんな近所だったの？フェロクスにぐるっと遠回りさ、まあ方向感覚とにかく。
Oh, I see. Her Tanuki got out and was basically telling her exactly where they were.
あなたを気絶させた後、でもあなたは雲岳山の関係者だし、正直言ってすごく助か。マナト君。マナトは尋問に連れてかれちゃった。でも一つはっきりしたことがあるよ。フォローに爆薬を。Oh
darn it. Okay. So I didn't know. I thought, yeah, it could have been that yes, because they were in inclusion with the Obscura factory, they know exactly where the exit was, and so they heard signs of people breaking in, or they saw signs of entry, so they were waiting at the exit, and that's why they were there. The other thing could have been that they themselves had thought there was some problem with the Exaltus, and so they were doing their own independent investigation, and just so happened to be near one of the exits. But the fact that they brought us right back to where the Obscura factory was means that they know where it is, which means they have to be in cahoots. Damn it. No, wait. So was it? No, because I don't think it was Ferox. I don't think Ferox is the one who was insulting you, who was insulting Alice. I thought it was the blue-haired dude. Oh, really? Huh. Oh, that's why they were... I thought they were trying to just destroy evidence. Oh, I see. Interesting. But I find that really surprising. Because, like, why would the Exaltus like, it seemed like the purpose of them doing all their experiments in this hollow was to absorb the memories of this hollow to extract that, fiend. And I assumed it was the corrupted version of Yushuan's sister because it had long white hair and had talismans all over it, which makes me think that, it's connected to the martial arts, mystic thing that, Yushuan is part of. And I thought that's the whole purpose. It was like, oh, cool, we've extracted her. Now let's leave with her, right? Our whole purpose of doing this was to get her. Now that we got her, let's do like experiments or continue whatever our work was. But then they all leave the thing. Like, wasn't the whole purpose of the experiment to bring that here? Why are you leaving it here? Unless this is their purpose of just extracting the most powerful fiend. So it could be like how Nineveh exists in the Hollow Zero. It could be that what they're trying to do is essentially create Nineveh-level ethereals in every single hollow so that they basically take over, keep the hollow from collapsing, and maybe even their presence makes the hollow grow. So it could be that they're just trying to expand the hollow, and you need a fiend of this level to do that. And so maybe that's their end goal. Hard to say.
Zubari, だね。ゆえの話を戻すと、もしあの怪物のせいで犠牲だから明るみに出る前に怪物とそれとさっき戦ってた時、フォローの外とうまく。
I mean, that's the thing, is they'll figure out the Exaltus and Porcelumex were colluding, but it's like, well, no, like, the only reason we know they were colluding is because you left fucking documents talking about your collusion. Like, all you have to do is torch all the documents. Just that's why I thought they were going to bomb the place, because it was like, oh shit, it's full of documents proving their collusion. And I thought that's what they were trying to destroy. But like, if that's the only reason you can't have this thing here, or that's the reason why you're bombing it, then all you need to really do is just destroy all the evidence, and then just let HIA and Hand come in and destroy the fiend. Because like you have proof the Exaltus were here. You can just claim you didn't know, right? You can claim that the Exaltus managed to find some small little corner and perform their experiments, and you were unaware of it. And as long as all evidence tying the two of you together, as well as all the human experimentation you did, is gone, then HIA in Hand wouldn't know shit.
接続が切れる寸前にフェアリーが何か言ってたんだ。未知の対象がまさか適当感の方でも。こうなったら自力でその言葉待ってました。あなたが目を覚ますちょっと前にね、見張りたちが慌ててどっかに行っちゃったの。こういう窓のない部屋ってだいたい換気用に通風口があるから、壁か床のどこかに隠してるんじゃないかな。
Okay, and oh yeah, so as I was saying, Yuzuha was probably the experimental child that had the abnormal resistance. That's probably why she's so afraid of, well, not really afraid of vents, but doesn't like vents. That's probably how she escaped. It was probably some researcher put her into a vent so that she could get out, and died doing so. And so that's probably why she has a fear of it, is because she saw the person who helped her out die. I forget. I don't know if they really mentioned what age she was when this happened. Maybe 5. So she could have gotten out on her own. So she could have crawled out, like old enough to crawl out, but then young enough where she might have forgotten it, and all left was just a psychic scar when she saw her benefactor get killed trying to help her escape.
それさえ見つけちゃえば、なるほどなのだ。ただ工場の時、まあ大丈夫でしょう。
So I thought it was the blue guy. I thought the blue guy was insulting Alice. Although maybe the blue guy's not culpable, but he's just a complete piece of shit. It could be that. Like, he could just be a dick. He could just be a dick who's just very disdainful and arrogant, and that's it. And was just treating Alice like shit because he's an asshole, while his but despite being an asshole, is not actually related to any of the horrible things that this company has been doing. And it could just be the other guy. So it could have been a red herring where it's like, hey, look. I mean, I thought it was the blue-haired guy, but they both kind of have those beards, the same similar beards. So I was like, at a glance, and like, we only saw them briefly once in the feast hall before one of them was talking to Yuzuha, and I thought it was. I could have sworn he had blue hair, but maybe the color of the room was weird, so it made it hard to tell. So yeah, either that was Ferox criticizing her, or was the other dude not aware of what his company has done, treating her like shit, or he could be aware. It could be that both of them are in it together. And that's why he was so disdainful of her, because he knew that she wouldn't find anything, because they were keeping things under wraps. Yeah, the lab. Why does the camera move downwards like that? I don't get that. It happened for Yuzuha as well. Yeah, so because that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that the pin she has. So basically, the pin that Yuzuha brought up, I assume that was Alice's pin. I assume that was Alice's pin. They had gone to a laboratory, which was kind of weird because it's like, wait, they were brought to the laboratory where they were performing human experiments. Like, that's terrible. But it does kind of lend some credence to the fact that they were probably taken here. If her father went back, heard of what the horrible things they were doing, right? Like, it could have been like, they could have rationalized it as, oh, these children are ethereal, corrupted, and we're trying to save them on the surface when Alice and her father were there. So it wouldn't look bad. It's like, oh, no, we aren't doing human experimentation on them. We're just trying to perfect our anti-corruption medicine to cure them so that they can finally leave the hollow. They could have given some sort of excuse like that. But then when Alice's father came back to look for her pin, he heard something far more incriminating, tried to run, and then was basically run off the road by Professor Lumex and killed. So, and I think that her pin that she lost was in this laboratory, which was then picked up by Yuzuha as she is tried with the game. Wait, so if we're in here, like, obviously Eos is speaking, right? As himself. But yeah, like, why isn't Eos? If we're in here with Eos, then why the hell isn't Wise taking over Eos, right? Like, wouldn't that make more sense? Because normally before we could come in ourselves, we were just, we were connecting to Eos and using Eos as our proxy. That's why we were a proxy. But both Bell and Y should be able to do that. So if we're going to go in personally, then why isn't the other person connecting to Eos instead? Wouldn't it make more sense? Oh, I see. So the camera just changes after leaving it alone for a few seconds. So wouldn't it make more sense that if we're going to come in personally and are no longer to be connecting through Eos, wouldn't it make more sense for the other person to connect through Eos so that both of us could be here? Anyway, obviously, that's a problem. It's a discrepancy because that's kind of ignored. So this is probably Yuzuha's room, and this is probably how Yuzuha escaped as a child. But obviously, it doesn't make sense because the idea is that, oh, it's the main character. The main character you chose is the main character, and they're the ones who went through the proxy. But they've also, every time we've gotten powers and shit, they've also said, hey, your twin is also doing the same stuff. Oh, yeah, you can connect to Eos, but both of you can, because both of you have the contact lenses and neural implant to allow you to do that. So, when it was unlocked for us, the main character, it was also unlocked for your twin. So both of us, which lets you know that both of us could have connected to Eos. So it makes no sense that when one of us is actually going in person, that the other one doesn't just connect to Eos. Like, why do we even bring Eos if we don't need him, right? Unless, like, oh, well, we need him for the Bangbu workbench. It's like, okay, then if we have to bring Eos anyway, then why the fuck isn't our twin connecting through them to control them like we did before? Like, wouldn't that make more sense to have two human intelligences in here instead of just us and the rudimentary intelligence of a Bangbu? It's like Bangbu intelligence is like a child level. It's a 5-year-old. But like Bangbu intelligence is like on the level of a pet or a 5-year-old. You know, it's not super smart. So it would make more sense for our twin to control them, just in case. You know.
よし、急いでここから離れよう。部屋の中にあったエーテルもここから入ったのかも。通路の中で結晶化してなくてよかった。お、出口だね。誰もいないし降りてみよっと。お気をつけて、怪物だわ。静かに行こう。フェロクスの手下に気づかれたらまずいよ。今のに怖い。
Ooh, that was a photo finish.
この部屋の隅にも通気口があるね。発電機。よし、これで通気口まで行けるよ。ちゃちゃっと行くよ。このダクトどこに繋がってるんだろう。隣の部屋誰かいる。
Probably gonna find where Manato is being kept. We're gonna break in, bust him out.
とにかくあのファンを止めないと。早くここを離れよう。もうすぐ通気口だよ。
Oh, we can't undo it. Just wondering if we could like lock our. Oh hey. Oh no, I saw the blue or green hair. I was like, is that Sol Day? But no, it's not long enough. Oh, I see. So it's probably so they are in it together. Ferox is not the one personally doing it. It's the other dude, the one who was insulting Alice, who actually colluded with them. And Ferox was just... Actually, I don't know. He could be speaking with an Exaltus right now. He could be speaking with an... Oh, no, it's the blue-haired guy. Yeah. Okay. So it was the guy... So it was the blue-haired guy who was insulting Alice. And he was the main dude. He was the main guy fucking them over. And it was just him colluding. Oh no, that isn't Exaltus there. Oh, okay, so I guess that blue-haired guy was just simply a guard. He was wearing a suit, but I didn't know if that was his partner dude. Oh, okay. So, okay, never mind. It was purely Ferox then. So, was he the guy who insulted? I'll have to double check my VODs. I could have sworn I had in my head that it was the blue-haired guy that was insulting Alice, but it could have been Ferox. Who was?
もう二度も叩き起こして尋問を続けろ。
マナト君の状況を待つマナト君は正面の倉庫に閉じ込められてる。もう
フェロックス様、研究おかしいじゃわからん。自分たちが怪物を制圧しようとした時、奴の体についてた最初は人より少し大きいくらいだったんですが、いきなり数倍のサイズになって一気に攻撃的になりました。仕方形態変化だと。
I see. So maybe my theory was right. Is that the mere existence of the fiend, the miasmic fiend, maybe the mere existence of them is causing the hollows to expand. And so maybe that is their goal, is they're just trying to put a miasmic fiend into every hollow so that it will cause the continual evolution of all ethereals within it and the expansion of the hollow itself. So maybe what they're trying to do is they're trying to have humanity evolve into ethereal-like beings, while at the same time having the hollows expand to cover the entire world. To essentially have the world completely imbued with ether, while we turn into ethereals with human intelligence to rule over this new ethereal world. Obviously, it's hard to say. You know, it'll be. I imagine it'll be a long time before we start fighting the heads of the world, before they start revealing their evil, dastardly plan.
何もいないっぽいよ。早くマナト君を助けよう。多分ここだよ。
はけ！まだ殴られてえか。
さあ、みんなであっという。
なんだお前。閉じ込めといたはずだ。どっから出てきやがった。
おっと。
Like, why is it that little one? Why isn't the Spook Shack Bangbu? Why do they have that?
Kida, 心配すんな。
本当に大丈夫？
見ての通りバッチリ起きてるっすよ。こんなかすり傷、心配ご無用。
マナト。よし、みんなその敵のやり口を。思ってたよ。気にしちゃダメだよ、アリス。悪いやつに情けを。
Oh, she's so cute.
後でな。はい、おはようお兄さん。今度はゆず。
Oh, hey! Being nice to the bad guys is being mean to yourself. That's actually a very classic Chinese saying. It comes up a lot in some Chinese novels. But yeah, but being nice to the bad guy is being bad to yourself. Basically, by being nice to them and like being merciful to them, could come back and haunt you. Like, if you treat them nicely, they could, like if you say, oh, I'm going to be merciful and let you go kind of thing, and then they come back with all their allies and, like, fuck you over. So it's like, because you were nice to them once, you're now getting fucked over later, right? You know, it happens in lots of stories, too, where you're like, oh, I'll let this little minion go, and because he goes back, he talks to his, like, his buddy or his boss and tells him about what you did, and maybe even if they were in the wrong, he just lies to his boss and said, oh yeah, he just showed up all of a sudden and beat the shit out of us, and then he gets their gang to come and fuck you over. It's like, because you were nice to them, you are now getting punished. You are now getting fucked over. So, you know. But yeah, it's a classic Chinese thing. I mean, I'm sure we might have something similar in American or in English as well.
一番近い出口は
実験棟の2階にある。実験棟？ああ、倉庫の正面ゲートを出て向かいの建物だ。2階の奥に安定した空間の先で、ああ、俺のスマホがスーツの内ポケットに入っ。
へえ、ふん。何か問題でもあった？ああ、大丈夫。嘘はついてないんだ。
Yeah, so she remembers it because this is how she escaped when she was a child.
あの建物は今やばいんだ。三商会の連中があそこで妙な実験をしてたせいで培養。
他に出口はない。
あるぞ。倉庫の反対側に広場がある。
ああ、そっちはダメだね。ユズハたちが連れてこられた道だから。実験棟に行くし。うん。ありがとう兄さん。え？ほら、任せて。行こう。実験棟へ出発だよ。扉はあそこだよ。エレベーターは通路の向こうだよ。宮妻は私に任せて。先目は2階だよ。急ごう。
So it's the thing that was not going to save us. Yeah. Is this the thing that they had locked away? Why is your back towards the thing? The thing just to slash out from there. Why are you keeping your back towards it? Yeah, so this is the boss you have to fight to get her talent materials. That's what I find like dumb. Hey, you know what the huge monster that we locked away that we were concerned was going to escape? We heard We heard it. We heard noise there. It's probably because the people escaped. Like, no, it's probably because the monster escaped from the place you had it kidnapped. Sure. So, is it good luck or bad luck? Let's see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you already got Fine on. I think you were pulling for Sunday, wasn't that right? Or no, I thought you said you were out pretty lucky with your Sunday pulls. Oh man, that sucks. I mean, it depends on what you mean by a win. If you lost 6 times, then assuming you pulled to pity, you would have won 3. You could have won 3 times at the minimum. But like, it's a guarantee. So is that really considered a win? So like, if you're considering the guarantee after losing the 50-50 not a win, then I would guess 6 losses, 0 wins. No. 6 losses, 1 win. I think you won once. That's if I'm gonna guess. Okay. So not necessarily just recently. Let's see. Pretty sure you said you've been pretty unlucky. So yeah, I'm gonna think 6 losses, 1 win.
いけない。さっきの戦いを。
2回
あなたくん、関と一緒に血が出てる。
Oh, 6 losses, 15 wins? Oh, that's pretty good then.
さっきは私をかばって。
Yeah, I used to do that too. Like, I know in early HSR, I was like, putting my pull history into that website that keeps track of them and lets you know how good you are or how lucky you've been. And because I was like super lucky in the beginning, then I've had like my run of bad luck, which is how it goes. Like, if it's 50-50, you're not going to win every time, obviously. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's actually the suckiest thing for me is that, like, beyond, like, in the very beginning where I actually got a double pull with Seele and Himiko in the same banner, in the same 10 pull, most of my doubles have been for light cones. So it's like, oh, hey, cool, I got 2 5-stars. Nice, but it's for the light cone banner where I'm like, god damn it, like, I would much rather much rather get a double character to go for constellations than double light cones. Because the extra light cone, like, doesn't really change shit. Like, getting an extra constellation or Eidolon matters. Oh wow, that's very lucky. Because like getting extra constellations or Eidolons, that's impressive. Because it could change your playstyle or make them easier to play. But getting extra like ranks in your weapon rarely matters. Like, it helps, sure. Like, there's no doubt about that. It definitely helps to have your light cone be even stronger, because oftentimes the character's personal light cone buffs their main stats. So getting, extra ranks usually buff that as well. But like the difference between an R1 and an R5 weapon is like miles different than the difference between an E1, an E0, and an E6 character. So getting extra constellations I would prefer. But yeah, I've had like 2 instances where I've gotten... Actually, no, maybe even 3 instances where I've gotten double light cones. I think Sele's light cone I got a double on. I think I got a double on Topaz's light cone as well. And... who else who's the third? I forget who it was. I remember... Oh, some relatively recently. I don't think it was Cypher. Maybe it was Cypher. I forget. But yeah, it's like, I mean, it's great, cool. 2 light cones, nice. But like, still, simultaneously, it's like, god damn it, like, why couldn't I have this luck on a character banner? Where it actually matters. Especially because you're far more likely to fail a character banner. So if you get double 5-stars on a character banner, at the very least, you're coming home with the character you wanted. And at the best, you're coming home with a E1 character. Like, assuming you didn't have the character, assuming this is your first, you have no pity, no guarantee. If you get a double, it's like, cool, you're guaranteed your character, because either you lose the 50-50 on the first one and guaranteed off of the second one in that 10 pull, or you get it on the first one and get either get a second one, or just you lose your 50-50 on the second one. But that means you're also guaranteed for the very next one. So it's like it's so cool because no matter how it shakes out, it's always good. You know, you're guaranteed at least one limited character, and there's even a chance that even if you lost your 50-50 on the second, that you're guaranteeing it for the next. So, yeah. So it's like you either lose your 50-50 first, so it's like, okay, and you start getting the character, so it doesn't really matter. You're either getting it on the first and losing your 50-50 next, which means your next is guaranteed, or you get two characters, which means that you're going to have E1, which is like, wow, it's really cool. But unfortunately, I rarely ever get character doubles. It's all light cones for some reason. But yeah, basically after, I was keeping track of it for like maybe the first year, but then my luck wasn't going super well, and then I just kind of stopped because I'm like, you know what, it's just kind of a hassle, because like I wasn't pulling all the time, and so it's like I would have to just like, you know, I'd have to load my like transaction history or my pull history link into the website every now and then to keep it up to date, and I'm like, that's just kind of a hassle. And like, I don't really care. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. It's not like knowing it will help or change things. You're mostly just doing it for bragging rights to be like, look how awesome I am.
外は広いし、霧も出てる。この気象をうまく2階はどう？敵は裂け目を守りに行ったはずだから考えていい。みんな聞いて。前のエレベーターで地下に降りて廊下を進んでいったらラマニアン島の地下河川につながる大きな下水道がある。
This is the way she escapes the child.
敵が追ってきてる。急いで間に合わなくなっちゃう。
Wait, what? If I told it to go to the second floor, would it have actually let me, or would it have said, no, you can't?
こっち、ついてきて。どうしよう、怪物が。いたずらマナとはじっとしてて、私たちがやっつけるから。勝負。こっち、急いで。聞いちゃダメ。怪物に集中して。
Is he saying something? I can't hear what he's saying.
怪物はほっといて、突っ走るよ。
Oh wait, what? Oops, wrong one.
下水道はこの先。
Ignore monsters, just. So yeah, this is obviously how she escaped as a child. I thought she might have forgotten everything, but I guess not.
喋っちゃダメ。体力を温存して。まさかユズハって。
Yeah, duh. Obviously, she's the child that they experimented on.
っていうか子供の頃、この研究所に住んでたんだよね。研究所で一生暮らすと思ってたんだけど、ある日また戻ってくるなんて思ってもみなかった。ユズハ。
Yeah, maybe this is not the. Yeah, this is not the time to say all this shit. Like, she said, hey, let's go. You know, we can't have you pass out in the water. And then our main character is like, wait a minute, Yuza. Does that mean, dude, this is not the fucking time to talk about this shit. That's why she said, let's go. You can't pass out in the water or else we're fucked. Like, we're obviously trying to escape. Talking about her past now is fucking stupid. Just fucking go. You can talk about it when you're out.
よし、ほら、ウキイタに私の番先に行ってて。
That seems a little suspicious that she's trying to be the last one to go.
聞いてアリス。悔しいけど、この戦いはユズハたちの負けも。 だからわかる。
Oh, I see. So she's gonna go offer herself up and say, hey, I'm the child that you lost. It's also kind of like stupid, right? Oh, Forex is not gonna let us go. It's like, dude, what do you think we're gonna do the second we get out? We're gonna immediately confront him for all the bullshit he's done. Like, there's no, oh, he's gonna keep attacking you. It's like, no, he's gonna keep attacking us because the second we get out, we're gonna confront him about all the illegal things he's been doing. Like, there is no placating him. Oh, is that what he was saying over the loudspeakers? Because I heard him saying something, but they didn't give subtitles for it, and it was so echoey.
みんながこんなことに巻き込まれちゃったのは
I'm the one who dragged you all into this. Like, no. You know who's at fault? The people who are colluding with the people who fucking experimented on humans. Like, even before all this, they were experimenting on humans.
ユズお願い
Just pull her. Jesus fucking Christ.
リスまだわかんないの。あなたのパパは私のせいだ。
What? Obviously, yeah. Oh, was he the one who helped her escape?
ごめんね。せめて償わせて。
Oh, she said it was a kind uncle. It was her. The uncle was her father.
これでいいんだよね。私にはやるべきことが。
Yes. Obviously, this is going to work.
この辺は片付いたね。
Making a deal with a complete piece of shit. Why wouldn't that work? You know, obviously, making a deal with a person who is so untrustworthy is clear. He's clearly going to honor his
私
deal.
たちの味方だから。
It's not like he performed human experiments on children. It's not like he's a completely untrustworthy piece of shit who would just as easily. It's like, it's so fucking stupid. It's just like. I find. Oh, I mean, I find the self-blame. The self-blame is stupid. Oh, your uncle died because of me. It's like, you know who actually. Like, oh, he died because of you? He died in a car accident, didn't he? Were you in the car with him? No, seems unlikely. Seems far more likely that he helped you escape, was caught by them, and they orchestrated an accident. So it sounds like they were the ones killing him.
それが役立たず。おい小娘、私の言葉は聞いていたはずだ。言う通りにしなければ、お前たちだけ。
Okay. Yeah. So this is presumably what he was saying over the loudspeakers that they didn't bother to fucking subtitle for us. Awesome, thanks. But like, this is so fucking stupid, right? Because it's like, sure, if we were just gonna escape and be like, cool, we've escaped, we're free, you know, cool. But like, no! We're obviously gonna go to the authorities, we're obviously gonna go to the military, we're obviously gonna go to the HIA, to TOPS, to hand to everybody, let them know that the leader of the Porcelinex company was performing human experiments and was closely working with the Exaltus. Like, obviously that's what we're going to do next. So the fact that it's like, oh, if you don't surrender, it won't just be you, everyone you care about will suffer too. It's like, first of all, everyone has been suffering because of the bullshit you allowed to happen with your human experimentation and working with the Exaltus. You know? You've already caused suffering because of this. So it's not my fault that you are going to do something that you've been doing long before I even existed. It's so fucking stupid. I hate the stupid fucking self-blame that nice characters have. It's like, oh, it's my fault. And it's like, oh, it just won't be you. Everyone will suffer. It's like, dude, you do realize we're leaving, and we're going to bring you down. We're leaving with proof that you've done I mean, it's also crazy, too, because, like, what, we didn't keep any of the documents? Like, I would have taken some of those documents, like, rolled them up and hidden them somewhere. You know, in like a backpack or in my socks or something, so I have evidence to get him with. Like, sure, he wants to destroy evidence, we're just gotta bring some out with us. The idea that we're gonna come, now she's gonna say, oh, well, I'm actually the child you lost, and he's gonna be like, oh God, thank God, like, we can continue the experiments.
ヘロクス様ならですが考えてみてください。
But it's also like, it's also like so stupid. Oh yeah, I'm sure you could. I mean, you could have, except we're going to bring you down in a day or two, because, as you're aware, one of the people who was captured by you and witnessed all your shit works for is the granddaughter I assume her family's in tops. Like, I assume something like that. Or at least she's very wealthy. And the other one of us is in the Sweebian Kimball, who is loved by the people and who works very closely with the mayor and with Tops. So it's like, you just fucking revealed your plan to two people who have very powerful connections. So it's like absolutely mind-boggling, where you think, oh yeah, I'm going to sacrifice myself. It's like, why? You don't need to. We're going to bring him down in 5 minutes anyway. Any of his threats don't fucking matter. I hate this. Because you're just writing them to be fucking stupid. Like, well, you're gonna sacrifice yourself. It's like, first of all, okay, so you're gonna say, hey, I'm the child you lost. I'm the person with insane ethereal adaptivity, right? And they're like, cool. I guess you are more important than them. But first of all, you're operating on the assumption that you're gonna say, if I give myself up to you, will you not attack my friends? What part of him makes it seem likely that he would ever actually honor an agreement like that, right? Even if he agrees to it, right? He's like, sure, I won't attack them as long as I can have you, right? What makes you think he would actually honor that? Because we are far too connected, and we're obviously going to try to rescue you, and we're obviously going to try to bring him down. There is no way in hell he's going to actually let us go, regardless of whatever deal you promise him. You know, it's so fucking stupid that he's obviously not trustworthy. So why are you trying to make a deal with someone who's clearly going to break it the second they feel that they need to? And not maybe even before then, right? Maybe he's just going to break it immediately. You know? Anyway, I mean, she says this, but it's like, oh yeah, well, without any solid proof. Sure, right? Obviously. As long as you destroy the Hollow, maybe you're safe. But, like, what part of him makes you think that he's gonna even, like, you know, care, right? What part of him makes you think, you know what? I bet he's gonna leave some loose ends. I bet he's fine with that. I bet he's gonna make, you know what? You're right. As long as I destroy the evidence, I don't have to worry about these loose ends. Clearly they're not gonna bite me in the back. Like, no. Regardless of if we have no solid proof, the mere fact that we saw all this is going to make him look bad and going to bring him under tighter scrutiny. So it would be safer for him, in every instance, to wipe out all of us regardless. So this whole idea is fucking stupid. Which is so weird, because she should be smarter than this. She should be smarter than this to know that even if she presented him with a well-reasoned argument, while he might not need to, he's still going to do it. Because the smarter thing is to wrap up your loose ends anyway. So it's so fucking dumb for her to do this. Anyway, I hate this. I hate when they write characters to be stupid like this. Where they're like, yeah, it makes no sense she do this. She's smarter than this. She should understand that this guy is not trustworthy, and any bargain you give him is not going to be actually honored. Because he's a piece of shit. But I am getting worked up, obviously. I hate it when they do this. It's so fucking dumb. And she's not the type of person who should be this naive. So she shouldn't believe what she's doing will work because of her character. So it is unusual. Now maybe she's just doing it to stall for time, perhaps, you know, while he's being distracted. Of course, you assume you're stalling for time, but remember, he has a whole organization looking for you. You know, yes, you've stopped these people, but you haven't stopped the rest of his cronies who could still be looking for you outside. So it's like you're not witness. You have no proof that you're even buying them any time, because he has a lot of cronies. But I am holding out hope that Yi Xuan is here, because before going into the Hollow, she said she was on her way, and one of the children mentioned he saw. Actually, I assumed he saw someone like Yi Xuan, but I guess it could have been the miasmic fiend. Maybe he saw the miasmic fiend from a distance, because it also has white hair and like golden stuff. But I assumed he saw. I thought he was just seeing Yi Xuan first, because I didn't think the miasmic fiend was here. I saw them pull it out, but I didn't think they would leave it here when they left. I assumed they pulled it out of the Hollow Zero and we're going to bring it with them wherever they went, and not just leave it here. But either way, Yishuan said she was on her way. So my bet is that Yishuan's going to save Mizuho, or Yuzuho.
数人くらい処分し損なったって彼らが
何やら
そもそも今日起き
お前一人で手打ちに
All of this started because of me. It's because I was experimented on as a child. Oh, why did I do that? Why did I pull a gun to your head when I was 5 years old and demand you experiment on me? Which is what led to this. Like, no, you were fucking kidnapped. You were fucking experimented on against your will. How is this in any way your fault? I hate this. I hate this bullshit. And she's not the kind of person who would actually believe this, right? She's not like, I would get Alice, right? I would get Alice believing that. Because she is that naive. But Yuzuha is not.
落ち着いてくださいフェロクス様この記号をまだ覚えていますか数年前この研究所に特別な実験体がいました彼女は血液に特殊な抗体を持ちそれを触媒に工事の純度をかつての社内の極限をあなたは彼女にこう言いましたねこの研究所の全てを測り
I find that weird too. So it's antibodies in the blood that are somehow able to raise the purity of an ore? How? Like, you're taking Lumite ore and processing it. How the fuck does blood antibodies help that?
動かないで誰か一歩フェロクス様思い出し私以外のみんなに慈悲をくれるなら
つまり
はい
なんとも
いいえフェロクス様そう
ゆずはちゃん頑張ったわね
話しかけるだけ無駄さそいつは運
Yeah, I assume that in coming back, it's gonna be Alice's father finds her, helps her escape, gets caught by them. So basically, he says, "You go ahead. I'll hold them off," and then he gets killed.
こうやってそれに最近はそうこの部屋床ラッキー今日も誰か来てるパパ
Oh, I see. So her pin falls into the vent, and that's how she got it.
女の子
それじゃあ次の実験
待ってパパかわいいでもそのあの人
これは一体なぜこんなところに子供がそれに体中まさかポーセルメックスは侵入者がここの秘密をばらされたら終わりだおえ
藤井さん私
バカなことを言うんじゃない
水がな
ああこの下水道はフォローは変化するが流れも速いから10分あればフォローを抜けられるはずだ
おじさんは
後から行くよしっかり板に捕まるんだこれでいい
It's so dumb too because she's like, you know what? I killed him by like this. I killed him by doing this. Do you know? So what I'm going to do to his daughter? I'm going to do the exact same thing her father did to me. That'll make things up. Like, you understand how much bullshit this is. You know, you understand how bullshit it is what he did, and you blame yourself for his death, which obviously is the evil villain's fault. I hate people who blame themselves. Oh, yeah, because he helped me, he was killed by the bad guys. It's like, yeah, you know who's at fault with this? The people who fucking killed him! The people who were experimenting on children and then killed the guy who found out. Those are the bad guys. Not you, the human experiment, who he helped. It's like, yeah, sure, if he didn't help you, he might have survived, maybe. You know, he might have not died. But they also might have killed him anyway because he just found you. And even if you want to say, oh, well, if he never found me, he might be alive. Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe. But again, it's the people doing illegal things who are at fault. And now you just, like... And now you're blaming... And now you understand how bullshit it was that he ended up dying because of you, and you're doing the exact same thing to his daughter. So she's gonna blame herself, just like you blame yourself, for her father's death. Is it?
様子がおかしい。フェロックスの部下。見えた。
Nah, I bet it's Yishuan.
声を。
I just.
リン
Oh no, it's Isolde. Okay, cool. Because I assume Yishuan's actually in the Hollow and is actually going to save Yuzuha. But yeah, like, I hate that. I absolutely hate it. The whole, I'm going to blame myself. I'm the victim of the situation, but I'm gonna feel guilt and blame myself for what these evil people are doing. These evil people clearly violating the law, and all sort of, like, clearly what they're doing is illegal. It's all sorts of illegal. So why the fuck is it your fault that these assholes are doing illegal things? Like, you're gonna blame yourself. It's like, well, what about all the children they killed before you? They performed experiments on tons of children, all of which died, leaving you alone. So even before you escaped, they were already killing children.
もうお腹タプタプ。
おおそっちで起きたことはそっちが宮妻フィーンドとかいうのに出くわした頃フェロクスは適当感にだが奴らが適当感につくより先に
すまなかったリン何分急だった
So what?
フェロクスの部下たち
The Porcelain Mix Company went against the Sweebian Temple? Like, we're literally backed by the fucking mayor and Tops. I think both Tops and the mayor both back us. So he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm a random company. I'm gonna like...
リンとの連絡を復旧させたかったんだけれど終了イゾルデ大佐が物知りで助かったよ
イゾルデ。すまない。
Oh, so she's still with the military. Okay, cool.
軍属なんだよ。ポーセルメックス上層部と三商会のつながりを君たちに接触したのも何かしらていいか。私たちは防衛軍の任務を君たちが巻き込まれる危険をあらかじめ知って。
そんな大佐が自分を。でも今一番大事なのはユズハが。
その通りだ。そんなことをさせてなるものか。私は鬼火と対策を練ってくるとしよう。
はい。
Oh, okay, never mind. I assumed when she said she was on her way, I assumed she was already inside the hollow by the time we were in there, right? So I assumed that like she was actually in the hollow and ready to save Yuzuha immediately. But it seems like not. Okay. Okay, well I've been walking for an hour and 30 minutes. I need to take a little break and shower. So I am very sweaty. I didn't realize it was going to be this long. Jesus Christ. All that, and we're still not done. Because presumably, we're going to save Yuzuha in this patch. Because, like, she's in the summer event. Yuzuha and Alice are part of the summer event. So it's not like we can just leave her kidnapped. So we have to be able to go and protect her. Now, it could be relatively simple. It could be us just showing up, fighting one round of people, and then the other guy escaping, and that could be it. But we'll see. But yeah, I just hate that. I absolutely hate it when the good guys blame themselves for what the bad guys do. Like, oh, if it wasn't for me, this guy would be alive. It's like, you know who else might have contributed slightly to that guy dying? The people who actually killed him. The people who actually killed him are responsible for killing him. No shit, right? Like, I hate the idea that nice people blame themselves because they are the motive behind the evil person doing something. Like, if a serial killer is going after a person, right, and that person is running away, and someone gets killed as they're running away, and they're like, oh man, it's because of me. It's because he was chasing after me that this person died. It's like, yes. But, like, it's not because of you. Because he's a fucking serial killer. He's a fucking lunatic. Someone would be dying regardless if it was you or not. You know, it just so happened to be you this time. But like, if you weren't this guy's victim, if you weren't this guy's target, he would be killing someone else. So it's not like, it's one thing if it was like, oh no, he was only ever after me, and as long as I, was nice to him, nothing would ever go wrong. But because I was sick of him, I left, and then he started killing people. Yeah, you could blame yourself for that. I still think you shouldn't, because it's the person who does all the bad things who's actually at fault. It doesn't matter their motive. Good people don't fucking kill people, regardless of the motive. Well, actually, I guess there's self-defense and shit like that. But, like, that's obviously extenuating circumstances. This is clearly an aggressive person doing illegal things, unprovoked. And you should never blame yourself for what a crazy fucking person does. Because they're fucking crazy. And I just hate when this happens, where it's just like, a nice person's like, oh, it's my fault. If only if it wasn't for me, this guy would be alive. It's like, sure. First of all, we don't know that. One, it's a logical fallacy. He might, even if he didn't discover you, it could be that just him wandering around the lab unsupervised. Like, maybe he was supervised, maybe they brought him back to look for the pin. Maybe. So it's possible that, yeah, he could have just gone through the lab, not found the pin, and then left, and that would have been it, right? It could have been that, but we don't know that, right? He might have snuck back in looking for the pin, and then he might have found something else and gotten caught and then killed because of that, right? You don't know that he wouldn't have been killed for some other reason during that outing. And for one thing. And second of all, these people have been killing people all the time. Like, they killed a shitload of children. They probably kill a shitload more. Like, just because they got you and you can produce the antibodies they need, would that stop them from trying to produce more? No, of course not. Now that they have someone who actually works, they'd probably do even more experiments to try to get more people like you. Because the more people who can produce antibodies, the more porcelain they could produce at the purity level they want, right? So obviously, just having you is not going to change shit. In fact, what you did was better, because if they still had you, who knows what other kind of shit they would have done. Now, maybe because they lost you, they went with the Exaltus, and so, lots of people were fucking killed anyway, but, like, still, it's not your fault that evil people do evil things, I hate this, because there's, like, so many stories like this, where, because these people are so nice, and they empathize with the victims too much, they're like, man, like, if only this thing didn't happen, which is a logical fallacy. You cannot assume that if a past event happens differently, that a specific future would happen. You can't be like, oh, if this didn't happen, your father would be alive. We don't know that. No one could possibly know that. That's why it's a logical fallacy. He could have died for a multitude of other reasons, like even if he didn't discover you. So you can't prove a specific future under the assumption of a different past, right? You can't prove shit, because we can never prove that. So it's a logical fallacy, and it just happens so fucking much. You just get these nice people blaming themselves for what bad people do. And it's just so frustrating, because it's illogical and stupid, and it leads people to do stupid, illogical things, like what she just did. Like, oh, yeah, sure, like, he's gonna stop. It's like, why? Sure, they have no proof, but they know you. Like, hell, the reason why we were imprisoned and not killed immediately was because he was concerned about our background. He was concerned about Alice's family and concerned about our association with the Swebian Temple. That's why we weren't killed immediately. So there is no way in hell he's going to let this pass, ever. Because, like, it's one thing if it was some random kids. Oh, whoops, some random kids came in, and it's our word versus their word, and they have no proof. Sure. But it's not just some random kids. It's some people with some very fucking powerful connections. Who with a few choice words could shine a spotlight on your whole operation at a time when you are incredibly vulnerable. There's no way in hell he would be like, you know what, fine, I'll just let them go. They're just some kids. It's like, dude, you know they're not just some kids because you didn't kill them immediately because of their connections. Clearly you understand how important they are. And it's like, and Yuzuha is supposed to be this kind of like street smart, savvy kid. And so it's like, how the fuck do you not understand this? How are you so naive to think that he would honor any sort of agreement? Like, it's so frustrating. Because, like, they've written her character to be one way, and now she does this, which makes no sense. Like, I understand she empathizes with Alice, and she feels guilty and sorry for what, that her father died for her. But, like, she has to understand that this will not help anybody. Like, if you had escaped, basically, if Yuzuha had, like, the only way that Yuzuha could help, maybe by staying, would be if she's able to prevent them from burning evidence. If she's thinking, hey, as long as I'm here and I can stop them from destroying all evidence for even a moment longer, then they can find me and then use the evidence. Sure, because like obviously if Yuzuha came with us, they'd be like, fuck, they've escaped. Okay, half of you go out and find them, stop them from revealing everything. The other half, let's start destroying shit, right? If that's Yuzuha's plan, then that's fine, because that does make a little bit of sense. Because they do have they supposedly have all the explosives they need to destroy all evidence. So you could, by staying, try to delay that long enough for us to get back and capture them. Anyway, I need to shower. I'm all sweaty. I'm all gross. I need to get something to eat because I'm hungry. So walking for an hour and a half is tiring, especially when I'm ranting on my treadmill. Anyway, so I'll be right back. Enjoy the nice, smooth music. And we'll just chill looking at these guys. Okay, I'm back. I wonder if Seed's gonna become a playable character too. Wait, that's a girl? It's a she? Are you kidding me? Oh, I see. It's someone controlling this. Is she like sick or something and she can't actually like walk and that's why she controls this?
Alice. あ、 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 Alice 大丈夫？私は大丈夫。つまり父の死因は、お父さんのことは事故なんかじゃないし、もちろん
Yeah, exactly. It's the person who actually committed the. It's the person who actually killed people and did all these horrible things who's actually at fault.
父はきっと悪を見て見ぬふりだってリン。ゆずでも私は嫌なのだ。償いをしなければならない人間がいるとすれば、その息だよ。なんだかアリス、そうと決まればグズグ。
全員揃ったようだな。それではこれより今回の作戦についてのブリーフィングを開始する。要点は一刻も早くフォローへと向かい、フェロクスの計画を阻止すること。そして浮波ゆずは君を奴の元から鬼火隊長、現在の状況についてオルペウスと共に説明を。はっ、
諸君、手短に言うぞ。オボルス正体の現有戦力は飢餓の戦力差を。一つ目は私たちが防衛。
皆さんご存知の通り、防衛軍とトップスの関係は非常に緊迫しています。つまりあなた方の身元を隠す方。はい、ただもっか一部。そうなの？それはどうして？以前のルートはもうあの宮妻フィーンドから逃げるために。
ああ、とはいえ仕方ない判断だったと僕は思う。フェアリーと移動にかかる時間を何とかしないと。
他にフォローへ入れる手段はないのかしら。
あるにはある。それも
つまりちょうどこれは確かに厄介だな。安全調査の影響でフォローへ。待って、私一人知ってる。
リン、そのまさかだよ。あの人ポーセルメックスの共同。私たちって今フェロックスの方を打倒しようとしてるわけでしょ。
冴えてるな、リン。それに彼が間に入ってくれているか。
どうかな。
異論はない。
なら今すぐダミアンさんに電話。
鬼火、準備を。
はっ。
私の見間違いでなければ認めましょう、リン先生。確かにこれは。なるほどなるほど。弊社のフェロクスは長年にわたって参照。リン先生、今を。
ダミアンさんの目の前に絶好のチャンスが転がってるってことだよね。聞いて、フェロクスのやってることは私たちと一緒にこの陰謀を阻止してくれたら英飛地区が。
否定はしませんよ、フェロクスですが、このタイミングで彼が逮捕されれば。
短期的にはポーセルメックスの評判に影響するだろう。だがそれに長期的な視点で
その理屈はもちろん理解しております。 です。私が先ほど申し上げたのはあくまで成功した。どうやらもうあまり時間がないようではありません。そうなれば私だってただでは済まないでしょう。はっきりと申し上げます。確かに魅力的。まあ私と皆様の中ですか。
待って。
おや、タイム。
ダミアンさん、タイムフィールド家が侵食緩和剤に関する特許を保有していることはご存知でしょ。作戦アリス。
今
ええ、英比地区にはたくさんフォロー内作業員がいる。毎年タイムフィールド家に支払われる特許費用料だけでも莫大な額になると聞く。
Wow, that's stupid, right? Because basically, if we succeed, the whole point is that this guy didn't want to help us because there's the possibility of failure. Essentially, if we succeed, it's a 100% guarantee super help, right? So he thinks this is worthwhile if we succeed. His only concern is that if we fail, and Ferox is able to destroy the evidence, then it won't help him at all, and nothing will really happen to him. So you should only be offering this if we fail, saying, "Hey, if we fail, I'll give you the patent rights for free." Because right now it's just like, if we succeed, both of us benefit, and if we fail, only he still benefits. It's like, well, like, we're at a loss. I don't know. Like, you should have only offered that if we fail. That's the smart thing to do. Because that was his concern. His only concern was that there's no benefit to him if we fail. So just provide him a benefit if we fail, and only if we fail.
ジョナサン財団に依存せざるを得ない現状に不満があったはずなのだ。だからダミアンさん
いやはや、あのタイムフィールド家のご霊と
いうことは、
タイムフィールド家の跡取りたるお方が文字通り一世一代の賭けに出たのです。ここで
うん。
ロープウェイの手配は完了しています。
ダミアンさん
このダミアン・ブラック、私の多彩ぶりに感謝しておくことですね。ただしあらかじめはっきりと言っておきます。もし作戦がそれで見逃してもらえるか。
いいよ、今はそれで。
それで救出
ああ、第一陣。そうして師匠が到着したら僕がプロ騎士として彼女についていく。
Yeah, so he'll act as a proxy. So basically he'll use Eos. But then, like, why weren't you acting as our proxy before?
を連れて出てくるという構図はどうしても各所に角が立つ。
Maybe he was. Maybe when we got kidnapped, it broke the connection.
花を持たせることにしたんだ。
ほう、イゾルデ女子。悪い。
安心してマナト。私たちが皆さん準備ができたのなら。
うん。
目標エリアと
おかしい。
見えました。宮妻に
つまり
あなたが遭遇した個体のことですね。
そうい安心し
Oh, hey,
私た
cool.
ちがいる。
Mobile squad's in my team. So my guess is then
お願いね。
Yishuan is going to appear and fight the Miasmic Fiend, and she's going to confirm that the Miasmic Fiend is in fact her sister. Or at least, yeah, was her sister.
怪物だよ。気をつけて。
問題ない。任せてくれ。
ヒント。付近に生体の熱源反応を検出。フェロクスに消したかしら。
エーテルス。いえ、おそらく扉の外に倒れている生存者でしょう。私の後ろに。
ここは私が舞踏会にようこそ。攻めの今のはボワン。お手合わせ願うのだわ。やっぱり人が倒れているのだわ。他の人たちは倉庫の方に逃げたみたい。早くそっちに行ってみよう。
一刻の猶予もない。ここの連中に構うな。
この様子、激しい戦闘が。
来るな。
誰かいるよ。早く助けに行こ
これより怪物狩りを始める。だが生存者にも気を払え。いや
助かった。誰か来たみたいだ。助けてくれ。
そこを動かないで。
おい、ここで何があった？
ピストルがショック。
あなたの聴力にも意識にも。嘘はダメですよ。
分かった。理解した。少し前、俺たちはこの一を止めようとしたんだが、中断では奴を殺せなかった。
私たちも。
フェロクス様といた研究員曰く、宮妻コアへの攻撃も試してみたが、
フェロクスはどこへ？
気を失ってたせいでどこへ行った。捕虜みたいなもんだったはずだが。
よかった。道の至るところに。
ちょっと。宮妻フィンドのせいでこの辺りは宮妻の濃度が上昇して怪物も増え。 それで爆破の準備はもう。
そうだったら
あの宮妻フィンドが現れ。
人命救助と爆薬の問題。
頭数なら心配するな。
この声は。
待たせたな。今アキラ、そして兵隊ども、いつ爆薬がお宅には研究所の守りを任せるから、その間。
猿山のボスと意見。よし、シードと11号は私と来い。爆薬を処理するぞ。
了解です。ちなみに爆薬。
ああ、大丈夫。
それではプロ騎士さん、トリガー、アリス、私が。ひどい。ここの人たちはもう。ここの怪物は手強いよ。気をつけて。アタックチャンス。
広場の隅に小動物の生体反応を検出。
逃がさないのだわ。隙ありなのだわ。小動物。もしかしてカマチ？連続得点なのだわ。よっ、嫌な予感。夕立のように見抜いてみせます。本当にカマチーなのだわ。建物に入っていく。追いかけよう。ユズハはきっとあの中だよ。
ディン、僕と師匠ももうすぐそっちに到着する。
これはユズハの声。上なのだわ。
どうにか間に合ったようだな。
タイミングバッチリ。
さあ、蹴りをつけるとするか。
ユズハ、大丈夫？もう少し頑張れそう？大丈夫だよ。私は平気。
それはいい。戦えるやつが増えたな。
師匠、あの怪物。
アキラから聞いた。特殊なコアに宮妻での回復、なかなかヤバいな。だが忘れるな。こうした邪道を打つのが文学さんの本分だ。それにこいつとはただならぬ縁がある。私が相手をし両親を共に熱く散れ。
師匠、敵が宮妻からエネルギーを吸収しようとしてる。これが私の覚悟と信念。
ああ、させるものか。もはや名数は尽きた。 奴の回復の術を断ち、同時に苦しみの源も断ち切ってやった。
イーシェン先生、攻撃が当たった時なんか言ってたけど。
何、ただの呪文さ。それより早いとこ楽にしてやろう。
なんかしてくるよ。嫌な予感。
どうとせえ。散れ。いいぞ、へばってるようだ。皆畳みかけろ。お前がかつて私の抱いた執念の具現だというのに。過去と共に散るがいい。
あったのだわ。私怒ると怖いよ。
汚れよ、払う。もはや名数は尽きた。
ここだよ。ベロックス、諦めたらどうですか。これ返すわ。いいよ。だってはぐらかしたら承知しない。アリス、だから二度とあんなこと。約束するね。二人で生きてこう。もう泣かないの。
Oh, okay, I thought she was going to recognize her sister, but I guess not. I don't know, there was some weird thing when it was like disappearing. Maybe she realized it was like, I don't know, it was kind of weird. Well, it seemed like we affected the core. Because, like, obviously, like, it has white hair, so I was like, oh, maybe it's her sister after it got corrupted. Because they also mentioned, like, they were pulling memories from the Hollow, which would, could be memories of her sister.
師匠、なん。
ああ、フェロクスを捕まえたとはいえ、雲岳さんとして助言ぐらいはしてやるが、いいように使われないようにするのは一苦労だ。
それで言うと、
ひとまず制御下には置かれたそうだ。三商会とルクロー曰く、企業秘密が満載だとかで、まずはポーセルメックス主導で中身を改める。
ダミアンさん。
ああ、それと宮妻フィンドの出自だがな。あの怪物を作るために。
Well, okay. So it's her memories. I assume her memories of her sister. I thought they pulled the memories of her sister directly.
大方そんなことだろうと予想はしていたが。
But I assume it's still based off her sister.
あれは宮妻が作り出した怪物の方だって無理にフェロクスの証言によってあの怪物を作り出したのが。
But it does make the question of like, what was the well, actually no. I guess if the purpose was to create a like miasmic theme, which would then like accelerate the like corruption of the Hollow, then they succeeded. Because like, yeah, they did notice that it was expanding its influence, and it was causing mutations in the ethereals within its influence. So that could have been the goal, in which case they were successful. Now, the weird thing is, why did they need to extract her memories to do that? Right? Like, the whole thing was like, yeah, cool, we extracted her memories and created this thing, which I assume is her memories of her sister. But then, like, why? Like, why did you need to do that? Like, why did you need those memories to do that? Was it like a method of control where it's like, oh, well, we want it to, like, if it didn't have any human memories, then maybe it would be just completely out of control, like Nineveh. So they wanted to kind of, like, bind it. But then, like, why her memories? Like, why those specific memories? Like, couldn't you just use any memories? Like, why? So that is a little uncertain of why they needed her specific memories.
あの死去、やっぱり生きてたんだ。
Or maybe it wasn't her specifically. Maybe they were just looking for strong memories, and she just has strong memories.
私もわからん。ただ、あの怪物が生み落とされたことで、フェロクスと三将会の関係がにわかに浮かび上がる。
I mean, that seems dumb. They made the monster just to draw attention to their link. It's like, why? All you need to do is release the documents yourself. Like just like Ferox has documentation proving their collusion with you, the Exaltus. You, the Exaltus, should have like copies, or like you worked there. You could just copy that data and just release it to the public, and boom, all the proof is out there. All the proof is right out there. Hell, you as the Exaltus could come out and be like, hey, we're the Exaltus, we're complete assholes, we're trying to do all this crazy shit. Oh, by the way, we're working very closely with Ferox. Here's exactly where our lab is, and this is the human experimentation they've been doing. You could easily out him as an Exaltus. You don't need to, like, create a fiend to draw people's attention there. Just fucking out him yourself.
ま、今日くらいそんな話はいいだろう。調査監督チームに。
ああ、みんなで時間を決めてあるから、僕とリンはこれから合流するんだ。
そうだったか。フェロクスの失脚でトップスの上層部連中はめでたくエイヒ地区で缶詰になった。調査監督チームもじゃあ私。
それじゃ師匠、リン、そろそろああ。
リンちゃんに会っ。
よし。
マナト君。
ああ、この
ツンってやっただけだよ。肩が
ちくしょう。
ユズハとマナト漫才？ふん。アリスったら夕べの怖い話じゃ物足りなかったんだ。これか。怪談屋？怪談屋というのはあらゆる不思議な話を共有解決する不思議な話っていうか、怪奇現象とか怖い話とか
ありがとう。考えておくよ。
あ、お兄ちゃんがまた弱点をつく。そうだアリス。ええ、祖父の具合がだいぶ良くな。これまであの特許を手放さなかったのは家の資産を維持するのにお金が。でももう心配。特許の収入がなくなる分 これからは維持費のかかる一族の施設、図書館や博物館なんかを寄付したり売ったりする、そのお手伝いを頼まれると思うので。でもダミアンは本当に彼があなたの言葉遊びに気づいたら怒って家に仕返ししてくるかもしんないよ。侵食緩和剤の特許がなくなった今、もうタイムフィールドの手元に彼が背びれるような切り札は残っていない。
Wait, what are you talking about? What phrasing? Oh, was it? Oh, was it that they weren't giving him the patent, they were just releasing the patent? Was that what it was? So they were just gonna essentially just say, hey, anyone can now here's how to make anti-corruption medicine. Now anyone can make it. No one has the patent.
私たちが今回やったことは、タイムフィールド家がポーセルメックスの脅しには。
So what phrasing? You haven't clearly said how she tricked him, right? Because you're like, oh, about transferring it. Oh yeah, it supports your decision. Cool. So all of this is yes, we're losing the patent, and we made money from the patent. If he finds out you're tricking, what phrasing then? Who remembers exactly what she said? Could you just please tell us what, literally what she said? But if you tricked him, how did she trick him? You haven't told us how she tricked him, because I don't remember her exact words 30 minutes ago before we went through a fucking huge boss battle. Are you fucking kidding me? Tell us exactly what she said so we know what she said.
彼は私たちが思うほど。
タイムフィールド家が侵食緩和剤の特許を全面公開。
So yeah, basically, this is exactly what I was saying. Rather than really giving it to him, they resourced it.
全くしてやられました。約束通り特許を明け渡したかと思えば、こんな。
I mean, I would argue against that. She didn't transfer the patent to them, right? Letting anyone use the patent, basically, by opening it to the public, now basically no one owns it. Everyone can use it. No one has. It's if she transferred it to them, then anyone who wants to use it would have to pay them, right? So maybe. So she's not transferring the patent, right? Basically, if she had said to Damien, we'll no longer charge you for the patent of this, or from going forward, you'll no longer have to pay us for the patent of the anti-corruption medicine. That would be one thing, sure, right? But she didn't transfer it. She's and transferred the patent, but at the same time gave it to everyone. It's well, no, then she didn't, right? Because transferring the patent is transferring ownership of the patent. She didn't transfer the ownership of the patent to you. And she didn't, because just like how she didn't transfer the ownership of the patent to everybody, right? Basically, opening it to the public just means that they're no longer going to charge people for it. It's still, the patent is still under their name, but her family will no longer charge people for its usage. So it's still under her name, but it's just in the public domain as well. I mean, I don't know. I don't know patent law, so maybe the way patent law works is you can consider that being owned. Whatever.
失礼します。それとこちらをオブスキラが設置された場所のリストです。
And to be fair, that's what he wanted. They basically have to pay a lot of money to their family for the patent. Obviously, he wanted a little bit more. He wanted to essentially get the anti-corruption medicine for free, but then also be able to charge other people for its use as well. Now he can't.
これはこの半年、三商会の研究所は 英費地区に300位何を企んでいるのでしょう。
ご報告であります。オブスキュラの詳細な配置図が完成しました。
ご苦労。我々の戦いはもう間もなく。
That's so weird too. So obviously, so the whole point of Obscura is it's supposed to allow, you're supposed to put something inside it, and it's supposed to allow ether to slowly seep in, so you're able to control how much ether corruption there is. Now, the weird thing, of course, is that from the map, it seemed like this was something that they were planting outside, which makes no sense because there shouldn't be enough ether inside. Unless they were doing it the other way. They were putting something incredibly ether-rich inside the boxes, which was now slowly seeping outwards. But either way, it's like, so you plant 300 of these things around and no one found a single one of them? Really? Like, how do you not accidentally find them? Okay, that's obviously setting up the event. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I think it was much longer than I thought it would be. Okay, it was a fantasy resort, so that's probably where our thingy's going to be. Wait, what? What's another mission quest? But no. I think that's going to be it for now. Yeah, now it's just that. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I don't know. Like, I would understand if Yuzuha was like, oh, well, I did this intentionally. I was very sneaky, and I was trying to distract them, but it didn't seem like it. So it's kind of hard to. Oh, how many of these do I have? That's well. Yeah, that's probably enough forever, I guess. Yeah, I think Yuzuha acted out of character. I don't think that makes sense. I don't like. I mean, I understand the guilt and all. I get all that shit to some degree, but it's still just kind of annoying. I don't like characters who do that. It's just like it's so just like stupid. It makes no sense. It's just like it's. It's just not logical. Oh, interesting. God damn it. I was choosing the character I like the least. I like Alice more. But it's interesting. So presumably there'd be one of these for each one. One if I chose Alice first, one if I chose Oh, hey, that's funny. That exploration thing. Basically, it's kind of an homage to Dark Souls. You know, coming across the doors in Dark Souls where it's like, oh, it can't be opened from this side. We got an achievement saying, hey, you opened the door from the right side. You know, I believe that's what it's trying to refer to. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.